All right, everybody, welcome back. My name is Gillis the Kid, and I have another sneaker review here for you. This time we're going to be talking about the Reebok Pumps, the Omni Zone 2, and these were originally released in 1989 by Reebok. It was the first shoe to have like an internal infiltration mechanism, and it basically would squeeze around your ankle to make like a tight fit. But these are probably one of the most iconic sneakers in history, and we're going to be talking a little bit about it. So basically in 1989, the Reebok Pump, as they called it, it was released. And back in the 80s, early 90s, Reebok, they were like the kings. So Nike was sort of like second, and Adidas was like third. But Reebok was like the number one performance company when it came to shoes back then. And when these first came out, they were extremely expensive. So they were about $170, and that was a lot of money in 1989. And then in February of 1991, Dee Brown, there was like a dunk contest, and Dee Brown, he wore these shoes in the dunk contest. The only difference is he wore like the black versions of this shoe. But all the commercials that I've seen as a kid, they had the white Reebok pumps in the commercial, and they were worn by a number of different basketball players, including like Dennis Rodman and Dominique Wilkins. So yeah, after the dunk contest, Dee Brown, he did like a famous no-look dunk, and he won the dunk contest. And this was even before like Nike made a deal with Jordan. So way before the Jordans even came out. And I think later that year, Shaquille O'Neal, he had like his own version of the Reebok Pumps. And then of course Iverson, he made like a deal with Reebok. And these shoes were also featured in the movie Juice with Omar Epps and Tupac Shakur. And I believe they were in the movie, what was that movie called? It was like another basketball movie. Oh, Above the Rim. So let's take a look at this real quick. First thing you're going to notice, it definitely looks retro. Now, the original Reebok Pumps were super high. So if you think these are high tops, if you look up the original Reebok Pumps, they were literally like this high. And they wrapped around your ankle. And, it had like the little pump on the tongue. We'll talk about that. So on the side, you can see right here, it says Reebok, the Pump. And then it has like this little cage. So it's a pattern. It's black and orange. And then the midsole, it's an EVA midsole. So it is like foam, but it's Hexalite, which was Reebok's sneaker technology. And then moving along to the front of the shoe, on the toe box, they have holes right here for ventilation. And the leather, it's really nice quality. Regular white laces, and then they have like this black mesh on the tongue right here. And then moving along at the top, you can see the words Reebok right there in orange. And then basketball right here on this side. And this is probably one of the most iconic features about this shoe. It was like a basketball, and it said the pump right there. And on this side, it was like a little release valve. So you would basically pump the sneaker up like this, and then you would just release it like that. This actually works too, by the way. You just have to pump it like really hard. But it's like a replica of the original. Most of the time when they recreate these shoes, nothing really works like it did when they first came out. And then looking on the inside of the shoe, So same thing as the outside. They have like a little cage here, black and orange. There's some there's like a black plastic line going from the middle of the midsole all the way around to the back, and there's some black mesh pattern right here on the side and going toward the back of the heel. The back of the shoe is pretty nice too, so you have the words Hexalite right here with the little honeycombs. That's Reebok's sneaker technology. But yeah, this is an overall pretty comfortable shoe. And if you look on the inside, it says, well, it's dark, but like in the inside, it says Reebok Pump. And then the tongue, it's padded. So if you look right here, it's got like this pattern right here on the side with some more black mesh. It'll literally wrap around your foot for comfort. The heel and the side of the shoe on the inside, it's all padded, so you won't really have a problem when it comes to like, you know, comfort. A lot of high tops around the heel, they're really uncomfortable, and it can cut into like the back of your leg. And the valve that they use for the pump, it literally goes like throughout the back of the heel too. You would actually have to cut the sneaker open to see that, but that's basically how it works. And like I said, the pump does work. You would just pump it, and then this little part right here, you would like release the air. And if you look up Dee Brown's video, I'm gonna drop that down into the description. You can actually see him in the video before he dunks. He actually pumps the sneakers up. And then moving along to the bottom of the sneaker, they have like a basic herringbone pattern. So you will have a lot of traction in the like the front and the back of the sneaker. And then you have a little honeycomb right here. You can actually see, it's like a little window, so you can see the Hexalite. I don't know if it's the same Hexalite from the early days. It's probably not, but Reebok does say it still uses that sneaker technology. But yeah, you know, a very, very iconic sneaker. They have multiple colors. So the ones Dee Brown wore was black. They came out with like a collaboration with Jurassic Park, and they're coming out with like all black and the all golds. I'm gonna drop everything down into the description so you can take a look at it. I'm gonna have the black Reebok Pumps coming up in a later video. They were pretty hard to find for a while, but I finally nabbed a pair. But let me know what you think about the iconic Reebok Pumps. This is definitely one of my favorite shoes of all time, and I'm gonna have some more videos about the Reebok Pumps coming up next. So that's all I have for now. I want to thank everybody for watching, and as always, I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.